Does anyone else have just random inspiration? This is what I'm gonna do. We've got an old chest that I've had for a while. I can do a couple of things and make that look just as good, and then we'll hit it with some test shots. In the last video, we made an awesome wood surface to be able to take cool shots of random stuff at home. And after finishing that video, I realized
that I completely breezed over the most exciting part. Getting the damn shot. Today, we're putting that right. Last time it was fake glasses. Boom. Come on, let's get this done. Oh, sorry. What are we going to use for this shot? Well, we've obviously got the watch, we've got some interesting looking coins, some screws that I've still not put back in yet, a little light, can't forget everyone's favourite Instagram accessory. Now there's a lot of theme here that's not got the same sort of colouring as the watch, so I'm a little bit sceptical as to how well that will work, but let's find out. I might not use everything, and I wouldn't be too shocked if just a simple shot of the watch comes out better than the others. But I like to keep things to hand so that if you have an idea, you can just quickly grab it, throw it down there, and then start shooting straight away. First thing is to decide what sort of shot we're going to go for. Now that's easy. We're going for the same sort of texture shot that we used with these glasses. If you'd like to see a getting that light and airy shot or something different, maybe do one of these things down here. Now your idea doesn't need to be perfectly distilled at this point. You don't even really need to have a concrete idea at all. Get your surface, get your item, and just start feeling your way through it. Let the journey develop, and you'll be surprised with what you come up with. You became a stranger. Now these are the steps I'd follow regardless of the situation and what I was photographing. Photoing. Starting, I normally get some nice simple shots of just the product by itself. This helps me learn about how the product interacts with the surface we're on. By moving yourself, the item, and the light if you're using one, you can really change the results that you're getting. Something that nearly always looks good is the classic top down. By moving things around, you get very different shots. A top down look a lot different to a side on shot like this. You'll also start to get a feel for whether you should be going more horizontal or landscape. With this surface here, it's quite obvious by where you're sitting. If I'm on this side, horizontal gives me more of the surface, not so much after it, not so much before it. And if I'm coming from this side, portrait lets me feel the whole frame with this surface. I'm already starting to notice that there's one section on this wood that I'm really liking the look of the texture of. It interacts with the watch really nicely, with the watch being nice and clean and polished. So that's one of those places that I'm going to focus on taking quite a few photos. So now I've run through quite a few different angles, different locations of stuff. I really like the light here, getting a nice little reflection off of it. Now I'm going to start adding some other things to the surface and just see how that works out. Let's start off with the coins. You can be as neat and tidy or just completely random if you like with this section. That will be your style. So here I'm using the 50mm lens, and that is to get that beautiful background blur. By having a shallow depth of field by using f numbers between 2 and 3, you can get some really nice bokeh. Bokeh? 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 Bucket. You decide what it's called. I'm just gonna get some shots with it in. So don't be afraid to let autofocus help you. When it's situations like this and you're using some of a really shallow depth of field, sometimes the computer here can be a lot better than your eye and this small screen. Touched autofocus can be an absolute lifesaver, especially on this RP. So quick. Oh, I like that. So the brilliant bit is we're in a spare room. Because of the shallow depth of field, you're not going to notice all of this junk out here. It's just going to be a nice creamy blur of colours. And like I said, it's a journey. Let yourself meander through different angles, different things on the surface, different positions for the main item. Just let that develop and look at your photos that you've taken. You'll see a nice journey and a set of really unique sort of looking photos. I don't think I've ever taken photos of a watch in such a serious way before. All that being said, I don't think I'll be a watch photographer anytime soon. This is always developing, so I won't really sit on one arrangement for too long. I'll start moving the light again and maybe add a few more things to it. To just play around, even in a situation like this with these lights, just play about. Top tip, when you're using these lights, you're going to want to put it on manual focus. These lights are just going to confuse the hell out of your camera. But it's So we've had to play around with lots of different angles. I kind of really like the ones that had the fairy lights in it. Hopefully, we've got something good. For me, once you start drying up on the ideas, then whip those images off of the camera and start looking through them. Ideally, if you can do this straight after taking the shots, when you're looking through, you might see something and think, hey, I wonder if I could do that differently. And guess what? You can just go straight back and get that shot. And here we have our set of images. I removed the ones that were out of focus and duplicates of some of the same shots, so you can see the selection I ended up with and get a sense of the journey through the shots. We've ended up with 71 images of the total 270 taken. Let's see if we can get an edit out of these. So let's use this image right here for no real reason. First of all, get rid of chromatic aberration and sort out the lighting. You'll see I'll introduce a lot of exposure, and then with the S-curve, bring us a little bit more of a contrasty look. I always like to put some blue in the shadows. Texture and clarity sliders are obviously a big win when we're going for texture. We're going to introduce some little bits of split tone in here, orange in the highlights, blue in the shadows. We're sorting out the white balance and saturation, and now we're going to fiddle with the colors themselves. A little top tip here, you can see with the blue I went up and down. That will let me see what area that is affecting. Some gradient sliders just to polish things off. Here's the before and here's the after. Not a bad result if I do say so myself. And that's your lot. A start to finish video of me getting that texture shot. Probably what should have been in the first one. If you have any ideas for any other Getting the Shot series videos, please let me know. But for now, I've been Andrew. Yes, I've got a cold, but thanks for watching. That was alright, that was alright. Well, you know we're paying attention when we got a new angle, right? Oh, this is different. I don't know that we're level here though, are we? Doesn't even matter. No, it doesn't, because we're going to go for it anyway. Oh yes. Cotton candy. Mate.
Light's not responding. Yeah, no joke. No joke, the light isn't Yes, there we go.